Retro Gamers. This is a rare event for me, a pickups video, first I've ever done. If any of you have got kids, you'd know why. I've got two, and basically you get no time at all where you could do a video without one of them shouting for daddy, basically. So this is a rare occasion. They're at Nanny Grandad's today. They're not around, so I can actually get this video shot for a change. So, and that's why I don't do many of these, basically. And this is just the stuff I've picked up in the last month or so. I've had a really good time in the last month. I've picked up some real bargains, mainly from eBay, surprisingly. Yeah, I've had some cracking buys from eBay, which is surprising because basically eBay's gone off the boil. Everything on there is too expensive now. There are too many chances on there trying to make a fast buck, and it's just got ridiculous. Very rarely find anything on there, but this last month, like I say, I did, so I'll show you what I've found. I've done a few good deals with some people I know as well, which I think is the best way of getting bargains nowadays, is basically trade with your pals, trade with the people you see on the internet, on Twitter, on Instagram. There's some great guys on there, and you can get real bargains just by trading. You don't need to go spending a fortune on eBay. But here we go anyway. Anybody who follows me on Twitter or Instagram or anywhere, basically, website, will know that I'm a big fan of the 2600. So believe it or not, I didn't have Adventure. I do now, with the instructions. Sky Skipper, that's a great game. Another one surprising that I didn't have. I mean, I've got 300 carts, and you'd think I'd have these basic ones, but no, dodge 'em. I think I got that on the text label, I hadn't got it on the picture label, so that's added to my collection. Space War, yeah, another staple one really, and I hadn't got it. And this one was quite a good buy, Kung Fu Super Kicks. That's R7 on Atari Age, so it's a fairly rare card. It's got a bit of damage and some old tape holding it together, but I don't really want to look at it, I want to play it, so there we go. I get to play an R7 cart for next to nothing, so I'm quite pleased with that. Staying on the theme of the 2600, I got a great deal off a mate of mine, Anthony Finch, Atari Attic, on a boxed Starpath supercharger. Arcadia supercharger, technically. They just changed the name to Starpath later for some reason, but this one's an Arcadia one, as you can see on here. Basically, you plug this into your 2600 slot. It's got this lead which plugs into a cassette player, and you load programs into the cart via the cassette player. The cart has got extra gubbins in it, extra video enhancement chips and extra memory, so you can basically play better games on your 2600 via the supercharger. So I'll be doing a review of that on the website shortly, retrogamescollector.com. Another good deal I did, this is before I get on to all the eBay buys, another good deal I did with a friend of mine on Instagram was a chap from Spain, basically. I bought all these Super Famicom games. I've been after these for ages and ages, but there's crazy prices over here. Final Fantasy VI, Dark Half, can't wait to play that one, I haven't got that one yet. Fantasy 4, Ubiquitous Chrono Trigger, Ogre Battle. This one looks good, looking forward to playing that. Brandish, Populous, love God games. Can't get enough of God games myself. Feather. It's another one I fancy a go at. Got to brush up on my Japanese for a few of those though. And on to the eBay buys. First up, after one of these for a while, but they seem to go for crazy prices for what they are really. Not quite as good as the Arcade Power Stick, but not bad at all. I mean, probably better built than the Arcade Power Stick. Made by ASCIIware. The only thing I don't like about this stick is the actual stick itself is a bit spongy. It's not quite as clicky as the Arcade Power Stick, so you don't really know what direction you're in without looking at the screen, obviously, and where your character's heading. And it's only got the 3 buttons like the first version of the Arcade Power Stick did. Those are its letdowns, but it's built so well. I mean, the thing's going to last forever. It's beautifully built, like all ASCIIware stuff, to be honest. So I'm very pleased with that. And that came in box. Because if anybody that follows me knows, I buy nearly everything in box if I can. I do like my boxes. Much to my wife's annoyance, because they take up more room. What else did I get? Oh yeah, another eBay buy. I tend to watch the Buy It Nows, newly listed Buy It Nows on eBay, and this popped up. I've got umpteen Nintendo 64, so this one will probably go up for sale shortly. But it was so cheap. I mean, it was ridiculous. I'm not even going to tell you how much I paid for this, because people are going to be crying. But it's mint. Nintendo 64. They obviously didn't know what it was worth. I dropped lucky. You do sometimes. Not very often nowadays, but I dropped lucky with that one. Very pleased with that. A bit more unusual. Amstrad NC100 notepad computer. Come in box again. With charger and instructions and everything. Basically, it was just a little business computer. Early 90s business computer. One of Alan Sugar's brainchilds. Not a bad little machine. What it does, you can't play games on it. It's not really retro gaming related, but hey, I collect computers as well, so it's another one ticked off the list. I shall be doing a comparison between this and the Z88 on my site shortly, so if anybody's interested. And that's about it for this instalment. Hopefully doing more of these, but as I say, I don't get a lot of time when the kids ain't around screaming their heads off and spoiling things, so don't expect too many, but I'll try and get a few more of these pickups as the car boot season kicks in and I start going to car boots. I should be able to show you a few more things. Okay, thanks for watching guys, and keep it retro.